This is Suspenders Unbuttoned, a podcast where friends talk with friends about TV, movies, and books. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. This is the Engagement Plot Live edition, and I'm Julie.
And I'm Sarah. And today we have Rachel Boston, Trevor Donovan, and Brandon Clark. Welcome, everybody.
Hey!
Hello!
Woohoo! This is fun. Welcome, everybody. This is an exciting day.
Yes, it is.
Yay!
Oh my
I
goodness!
actually get to see Rach and Trev together.
It's so fun to see everyone on the day of premiere. This is so great.
It's like a little party.
It is a
Brandon,
little.
it is. I was told to bring solo cups.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
Solo cups. Did you guys get snacks in the back while you were in
Trevor,
the
your
green
audio's
room?
not working, and Trevor, you have red cups. I left them at the house.
I brought snacks with. Did you get some in the back there?
I didn't put anything in my cup, but I did bring
brownies.
the red cup.
I didn't have a cup, but
Trevor,
I
we can't
drink.
hear Trevor, huh?
Oh, I got my drink too, but I put snacks.
Trevi.
Wait, we lost Trevor.
Yeah, his audio wasn't
We'll
working.
come back in. He was
He'll
He'll
having
come
a-
back.
Well,
Rach,
yeah,
I just got to
come on.
say, your lighting looks fantastic, especially with your background right now compared to the silhouette we got one time. You're
Oh,
crushing.
thank you. Well, it's so good to see you guys on the night of premiere. Oh, there's Trevor. Is he dinging back in?
Yeah, bring him back
no, that is my door as people are arriving.
Oh, for the premiere party.
The
Yeah,
Party?
my-
Big party?
Yeah, I'm in
Coming here
Nashville,
for
so my
party.
parents are
There
having
he
people
is.
over.
Oh, that's fun. He's back.
Yeah.
Can you hear
I can
us?
hear you.
Yes!
Yay!
We're awesome. Great. Now, Rachel, are you having a watch party tonight?
I am with my daughter, my
Perfect.
7-month-old,
Gracie.
who has
Yes.
her first credit in this movie. So it's a big night
Yes.
for her.
So
You'll have to,
your
like,
daughter.
take a little video of her watching.
Absolutely. Wait, where is she? Let me get her. We'll grab her because this is a big
Okay.
night.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Brandon,
Grace is featured in the movie in Rachel's belly, but this is now everybody knows the first movie Gracie's ever done.
So
so how is she credited?
Next to
well, I
Rachel's
think
name.
just next to my name, Rachel Boston and Grace. But here she is. So when we first made this movie, she was being created inside my tummy, and we had to hide her. And now she's a person.
Here she
Oh,
is.
hi.
Hi, Grace, the real star.
So we're having a big watch party tonight for Grace's very first credited film.
Yeah, Grace.
Yeah, we heard all about it from
Right.
Trevor getting kicked. Way to kick Trevor, Grace, right?
Yes. So Rachel, when the last time Brandon and Trevor were here, Trevor was telling us how I think it was the kissing scene, and he got kicked. Like she kicked and
He did. We tried
Yeah.
to do like a too tight of a squeeze, like rom-com big hug, and I was like, I don't think that works right now. But Trevor was such a trooper, and we had so much fun working. Like to be able to tell a love story, and one that is involving a reality show, and then it could not have been more perfect. And Grace was just an extra character that we all
An
just
extra character.
she really
Yeah.
she was very it was a really special time in my life, and to be surrounded by such wonderful people was really incredible.
now. So since you also had a movie premiere last night, Dating the Delaney's,
Yeah.
what was harder, filming while pregnant or filming with an infant on set with you?
Oh my gosh, such different journeys.
Yeah.
I think shooting this though, it prepared me mentally when I was filming Engagement Plot, mentally for what the balance was going to look like. There's two Trevor. See, that's dreamland.
Yeah.
We have two
Wow.
boxes of Trevor.
That might scare a lot of women.
Double trouble.
Maybe take care of that. Can we?
But I think it really prepared me, just like when Brandon and Trevor would be going out and I would go back because I had to sleep, of course, because that was like, it was enough filming and creating a human. But Dating the Delaney's was it's really amazing to have both on the same weekend because it's just such mile markers in my life as an artist and as a mom. So very special to have them both back to back.
Hey, Ray, how long after you gave birth did you start another movie?
I started 5 months. I had my very first fitting on her 5-month birthday. So exactly 5 months. Which I think was, I was at that point very dialed into motherhood. I felt, I mean, as prepared as you can feel. I think any woman going back to work is a superhero, but it's like, I just didn't know. Wait, would you have something to say? She seems very excited. She's like, put me in the game. Where is everyone?
Yeah, she's like, I was trying to talk during the movie. Instead, I took it out on Trevor because no one could hear me.
Yeah, but when she did meet Trevor, she recognized his voice, and I thought that was one of the sweetest moments. She just loves Trevor.
So
That's what she probably heard.
About that. Did she get really happy, or how did she show you that she recognized his voice?
Oh, she was so excited. We have some very cute photos, but yeah, she just knew him right away. She was like, I know who that is. Yeah, she's like, look, I want to see him. That's Trevor. Remember Trevor?
She's like looking at it. She's
Yeah, I
like,
kicked him in the head.
yes.
She's
So
more
I want to
excited
shout
by the
out.
lights I have here.
I want to shout out both Trevor and Brandon for working with a pregnant mom, with a mom on set. That's
Yeah, it was
something
super
that,
easy.
yeah, we can relate to though, and we appreciate that as fans and those who are watching. So thanks, guys. All right. Oh, now right there she is. She's back. This is gonna be the way this party's gonna go.
Yeah, it's okay. Hi everybody who's watching with us. There's a bunch of people in the chat. So hi everybody. Can you guys see the chat? The comments?
I cannot, but I can probably do a link.
We have a lot of
if we get some. But if you see something that you want to read out, feel free.
lots of highs. Excited to watch the movie.
See if this works better.
So we've had you guys on there. Rachel, can you tell us a little bit about your character in the movie?
Can you guys? I'm not seeing any questions, but I can definitely.
I don't
about my
either.
character in the movie.
You're good.
Yeah.
I am a woman who wears many hats.
Okay. I love the hat.
So this is these are the hats from the movie that the wonderful Brandon Clark let me keep at the end to live happily ever after with. But we filmed in Colorado, and I play a teacher who my best friend, who's played by Jack, so I know many of our community just absolutely adore. She's one of my favorite people to walk the planet. I love her so much. She plays my best friend, and she puts my name in the ring to be on a reality dating show. And so I go on it, and I meet the lovely Trevor Donovan, and he doesn't pick me, but there's something magical that happens, and it takes us finding each other again in real life to realize what we really want for a partnership. So it's a really sweet story, but I think having it set around a reality show was so interesting for all of us because it's a really unique way to tell a love story, and it's one that Trevor and I had not really watched, The Bachelor or Bachelorette. So we had to kind of do a very quick education of like, how do these reality shows work and what are the chances you could actually find love? So it was a really interesting way to explore human connection.
So Brandon, had you watched The Bachelor or Bachelorette?
Let me just put it to you lightly. I have not, but then prior to reading the expose of the book that was sent to me, basically an 8-pager of Taylor's breakdown, I decided to watch an episode, and one of the episodes actually reminded me of the engagement plot. It was like Colin, I think, was the main guy, and there was a girl named Heather, and she was like this Christian girl and everything, and I think she actually opted out of the show at one point or something like that, but it reminded me how she was like a fish out of water. I'm like, this is our movie right now. But yeah, pretty dang close to it. I'm not a big watcher of it, but I definitely had to marinate in it to do this movie.
Well, I'm not a big watcher of it either. Julie, do you watch?
No, but we have like the whole pool at work and everything. It's like up on the wall and there's like photos and roses and.
Well, I watched The Price of Love, which is in our movie. So, I'm a fervent watcher of The Price of Love.
There you go. Hashtag the price of love. Don't forget.
So Trevor, are you the main guy then in The Price is Love? You're the guy.
Main and it was interesting doing a little research and watching these shows because I see what they were about, but I think it's cool in this movie because we pretty much cover the whole reality series in the first act of the movie, and then it's basically all kind of the fallout and the collateral damage of that. But from what I gather from like watching these shows and seeing where things go, I think we did a pretty good job of showing what it's like to be on one of them, and showing why people make decisions and showing why they're there, setups and things. But yeah, my character is a douchebag, and so but it's. I think we did a really good job of still being memorable, and making the viewers root for Hannah from day one.
Well, it's also a redemption story because you come around to realize, I think that's what I loved about it. When I first read it, Brian Bird, who is our fabulous executive producer, who I hope is watching right now. Hello, Brian.
He is. He messaged.
I had met him years before and had always wanted to work with him. And this is a story written by his son. And you feel the heart of the family that's through it. And I think that's what he really, the kind of entertainment he's interested in telling, and all of us that are here today. But you really feel this redemption of like, you can make a wrong move. We talked about this when Brian and I first had a conversation about it, like just being able to have a second chance in life, and how beautiful it is that I think Trevor's character kind of comes around to realize like, okay, this was maybe manipulated by other people, but this is what I really want. And this is who I am and what I believe in. And it was really fun to see the first cut and get to watch him go on that journey.
I love that. This is actually based on a book too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's always kind of a fun jumping place from people who watch these things. We often read too. So we love that piece is there. So you get to see the whole like fake love and then real love in the 2 hour in the movie art.
Yeah, and I think the book. I didn't get a chance to really read the book. What they did is they provided an adaptation for me to get a breakdown. So that the real decision from that breakdown is to go, does this make a movie or does it not? And after I read the 8-pager, I'm like, this will work. It was interesting having her on set because I asked her at one point. I didn't get a lot of time with her, but I walked over and I was like, did you envision this at all? And she's like, no, this is much more than I ever saw. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm blessed to hear that, because sometimes you hear, well, the book's better than the movie or the movie's better than the book. And Brian and I have talked about this. If we ever do book adaptations, the movie has to be better. No offense to the writer, but how is it a better way to show the book and how good it is unless you make a better movie?
Right.
Because you're advancing a story. Yeah.
That's a big challenge, because generally in a book, there's a lot more that can happen because you're not limited to the 2 hour time period. So I love that you have that as your challenge. Cool. Hey, what do you all want to take for the audience to take away from this movie when we watch it tonight?
I think
not all at once.
It's kind of a story. Well, like a lot of these movies are, it's a story of sort of reminding yourself where you came from, where your roots are, what's most important in life. And Rachel hit on the head. It's the redemption, that people make mistakes. Their heart's in the right place. There's always redemption. There's always a chance to follow the correct path. So, yeah, and Rachel's character Hannah just shows how much necessary for a relationship, and allowing the guy to screw up and still yeah, I was all.
We love watching the guy screw up. Let's be honest. And the pictures we see, the people in the chat are saying Prince Charming will come through. I mean, clearly we see that Prince Charming visual coming through. Brandon's clearly bringing that to us.
I had a little bit of a motivation with the Brad Pitt look in black a little bit with the black tux and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm going with a little bit of vibe here and shake it down. And touch 007,
I don't think anybody will complain about that.
I have the pictures that you sent to us. Should I put up that picture in the tux right now? Okay, let's see if I can make this happen, people.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. But I think I can get us to the tux picture right there.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Right. That's what we're talking about here. I'm just like, clearly that's the Prince Charming look that we're talking about. So
my favorite part of this day was we were shooting in this castle and it was so cold outside. So between takes, Trevor and I would run inside and there was this beautiful fireplace and we would literally sit by the fire and like warm our hands and feet. So we're in a castle. Yes, while Brandon's still outside. But we would just like put our hands up to this magical fire in a castle. So that's a day I'll never forget. That was really fun.
Well, the visuals are stunning. So shooting in the castle was a great choice. I'm like,
and in Colorado, there's a castle
in
Colorado Springs. How amazing is that?
I know.
And the Garden of the Gods, and we were very blessed. We had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. And in the intro, establishing a shot of flyover of the Garden of the Gods. Brandon and I went out like an hour before. One of the camera guys from.
Trevor might have to start like signing.
Oh, because cutting it out.
Okay, so Brandon, you shot Garden of the Gods for the opening. This is not a canned opening with Trevor, right?
No. Trevor, what he's talking about is him and I. Trevor actually came with us. He's like, man, can I go? I'm like, heck yeah, you can. We jumped in the car. It was like the first day he got there, and we were shooting drone shots early, 2 days prior to the shooting. And we shot through the Garden of the Gods at sunset and everything to grab our establishing shots, which you'll see in the credit roll before we get to the castle. It like leads us up into the castle. But it was breathtaking, and it was cool to have Trevor there and see what we were doing. And he was already immersing himself. That's the difference between Trevor and Rachel, like, are so involved and invested in what they do, and I can't ask for anything better because they're part of every process, which that process is what develops the ultimate goal and the finished product, and it's really great to have that. I mean, he would jump in and hang out during those days. Rachel hadn't got there yet, but she was about to get there. And then as soon as she got there, she jumped right in, and we did our table reads and got rocking. And by the way, Rachel, way to answer the call last minute, girl.
Oh my gosh, it was incredible. I was just wrapping up. I was working on a show called SEAL Team, and I got an email from Brian. It was one of the most beautiful. Everything about this project just felt so meant to be. And so we talked on the phone. I was like, well, I'm about to wrap this. And the timing worked out so well, but it was very fast. And I'd always wanted to work with Trevor. I had heard such great things just from friends that had worked with him. And I knew we would get along, but I didn't know we were all going to hit it off the way we did. And it became such a family production. And it was really, I think to everyone, it was such a special experience. And we're all, we're very close to this day, which I think says so much when you shoot something and everybody is. You make some lifelong friends, you hope. So that's really special.
Had you ever been in the Garden of the Gods area in Colorado before?
When I was a kid, I had. So I had pictures like right where we were staying. There's the like welcome to the Garden of the Gods sign. And I have a photo of that when I was a little girl. And that's where I went on my walks. Like almost every day I had off. Trevor would be like, hey, where are you going? I'm like, Garden of the Gods, as one does.
Yes.
I just loved it. It was so beautiful.
I think it became your hikes during the day off, right?
Always. That's where you could find me. Brandon would text Trevor. They'd be like, what are you up to today? I'm like, oh, just hanging out in Garden of the Gods, as one does.
Did you recreate your childhood picture?
I should. I need to pull that out, actually. I should look for that tonight. But my mom had sent it to me right when we started filming. So I when I saw that sign, and we had gone to some Wild West show that wasn't happening at the time when we were filming, but it was very close to where our hotel was. So, and the backdrop, I mean, I think you'll see in this movie, Colorado really did become another character in this movie as well. Just that, I mean, the sky, there was one scene we were shooting, which was a FaceTime with Jax. And there was a sunset, and it looks almost like a green screen, the way it was shot. And it was just this beautiful sunset in Colorado. So I'm very excited for everyone to get to see.
It was so gorgeous live. I had to take a picture of it on the monitor. I was like, Rachel, you have to see what this looks like. It's unbelievable. Wow. It was like rainbow colors lined behind her, but it was stunning.
So that's real. It's not fake when we see that tonight.
No, we don't have any green screen in this movie.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Amazing. And Jax, so is Jacqueline Collier. So she plays, she's like your bestie, your hype girl, right?
Yes, she's my best friend. I've wanted to work with her for a long time. We've been excited to work together. So she actually, I think she had been cast, and then I knew I was about to start, but I didn't know who was playing my best friend. And Trevor had written on I feel like it was social media, like, see you soon. And that's when Jax called me and was like, wait a second, are you in this movie? So it was a really cute way for us to all find out.
I remember that. I feel like I remember Jax always trying to play like your sister or something. Like she was always like putting it out there on Instagram, like, I want to play Rachel's sister or her best friend. So I'm really happy that came true.
Yeah.
Oh, and we had so much fun.
I think one of the promo photos is like one of my favorite ones. It's wait, can I bring that up and add that? Brandon dropped it for us too. Let me see how good.
Oh, Trevor again.
How there's Trevor again. Let's everybody look at Trevor for a minute because that's fine. There it is. This is one of my favorite promo shots that I've ever seen come out of any movie.
And it's a very good example of a strategically placed bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
Because this
exactly,
is a scene,
bro. Thank you for noticing.
The scene is starring Grace, right?
And the flowers really do make it special, though. I believe that looks even more. So Grace is helping us out there. That looks very real.
Yeah. No, it's like perfect. All right, I'm gonna pull that.
It's perfect. Hey, so did Rachel? Did we spot Hannah? No, yes, your Hannah Knight in this movie. Did we spot her last night in Dating the Delaney's? There was a scene where Paul's character was like scrolling through his phone looking at a photo, and I swear it was like a picture of you while you were filming.
Oh, it's probably me wearing my hat.
It is.
I love my hat. This is one of my favorite hats. I haven't been wearing it in our podcast, but I might. Brandon let me, he got me some hats, and I was actually coming back to Tennessee as soon as we wrapped. So I got to take
cowboy boots too?
And I've got my cowboy boots. Brandon let me keep the cowboy hats and the cowboy boots to remember this movie forever and always.
Well, that hat needs to come out more because we were like, wait, is that an engagement picture in the movie last night?
That was really clever.
The hat will make an appearance in every movie from here on out.
I don't think I got Trevor any gifts, so we should probably keep this a little quieter right now.
I know. What do we get Trevor? Everybody send Trevor what do we get him? A bow tie. The black bow tie from his fancy suit.
Yeah. You know, I made up for it on the second movie when he came out during Happy Camera. I gave him a tux I rented for him, and he had a little unfitting hat, and he went and picked up everybody as a chauffeur. I should have sent you guys that picture. It's amazing.
Please post that.
Give me
so speaking of the hat or an Easter egg, can you share? Oh wait, what did I miss?
Trevor's trying to talk. But...
Oh, Trevor, go ahead. I can never hear you. Can anybody else hear him?
Trevor, text me what you're trying to say and I'll read
it. Or turn on your headset or turn the Wi-Fi off, bro. Yeah. Oh, here he goes. He's making moves. He's making moves.
I'm like,
this could be big right here. Are you guys? What was the question you're asking?
Okay,
Like,
so
what
my
was the
question
Easter
was
egg?
going to be about, we know the fans all love to look for like a little Easter egg in the film. So I was wondering if you could give us a little something to kind of look for while we're watching.
Well, one Easter
Baby
egg I don't want
Grace.
you guys looking for is the baby Grace. Thanks, Rach.
Don't look for Grace.
Actually, I might be an Easter egg because I'm in that movie, and I actually play the director of the reality show by just sitting by the monitors and stuff we had to use.
And Brian Bird and his
so that might be
wife are
one.
also in the movie. We
Yeah,
have like
Brian
the
Bird's
whole
in there. You guys had to find him on his own.
Okay. It's gonna be like, where's Waldo?
Exactly.
It was
Brian
so
Bird is
fun
in Where's Waldo right now.
where Brandon was filming, you were kind of far away because we were at the castle, but like we knew you were part of the crew. But Brian was like pretty close to all of us, so that was really, we would like walk into this one scene that you'll have to hunt for him in, and then we would see Brian and Patty, which was just so adorable and just made it even more. It was just a really, just having that family friendly on set feel was really nice.
And then Catherine got to see the movie last night, and she said, Brandon, you did an amazing job. She said, you don't see Baby Grace very often. Just very well done. She
Hey, come on now.
He did a fantastic job.
Spectacular. Yeah. So
well, and I think it's such a testament. I mean, it's something I've talked about in every interview, is just the blessing of, I think, our world is changing so much, and being hired as a woman and knowing that you can work to this point in your pregnancy and you're doing what you love. And my life was changing so much, and I was surrounded by so much kindness and support. And it's doable. And I applaud Brandon and Brian and Trevor and anyone that is just supporting women. I think it's incredible what they did and accomplished, and it was a real blessing to just see all of it uplifted. So I say thank you for all ladies.
Julie and I feel the same way, both as, we're both moms. And that was the first thing we said to Brandon, is that we just loved that you had this opportunity, and it didn't hinder anything. So well done.
Not to mention, I mean, Rachel, 6 months pregnant to start, which just the energy it takes to shoot 12-hour days, knowing every single day, professional, happy. Anything that can happen like that's, so it's incredible what Rachel pulled off as well. Yes, we had to hide the baby bump. That was kind of the process. So, good job, Rach.
Yeah, no, and on top of that, Rach, what Trevor's saying too, people don't realize we were in high altitude the whole time, girl. And one of the nights I was actually super concerned for, but Rach tries to hide everything from me. And I will say this, it was the night of the actual ceremony of the reality show, because it's the end of our shooting. And I saw her over there in the corner sneaking to the chair, and I'm like, that's not like her. And I could see it, and I remember her having oxygen. I walk over, I'm like, you good right now? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. And she'll smile at me like that. And I'm like, don't fake me out. I really want to know. And like,
I think that's a mom thing.
Yeah. I would strategically try to shoot things around to give her energy, but I wanted to know if I needed to change something. She was like such a trooper. She would never let me know. She was like warrior mode the whole time.
One of my favorite moments was Trevor and Brandon worked out a lot while we were filming this. And Trevor had posted this picture of him in the gym, and he was working hard. And so I went down to the hotel gym on one of our days off in my bathrobe with my hair in a bun. And I said, I see your workout video, and I raise you pregnant lady in a bathrobe. They were amazing. And I just think being surrounded by so much kindness, like it gave me energy. Like when I was waking up we had really early call times too. So there were some like 4:30 wake ups. But when you're going to see people that you just adore and are excited to tell a story with, it made that a lot easier.
Definitely.
I think the coworkers are such a big piece. As someone who's worked long hours and weird hours as part of their job and 3 pregnancies, I appreciate that your coworkers were supportive and and appreciate your journey through that. It's fun to hear that as women, and so many people will be watching this movie who can relate to that path. So it's fun to hear how that went.
And 3 times.
And I will say this.
Well done, Julie.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Hey. I would say this, that I don't think anybody knows. I pushed Trevor to get in the car and drive with us in the mornings because he likes to drive himself. And I was like, look, it's a little different. I have a friend of mine I trust dearly. It's a little vented circle for us. So any morning that I could get chances to be with them, we would drive together so we could have our discussions. We would have our little time of music or whatever, and then also talk and discuss scenes and everything like that. But more importantly, the way Rachel would enter the car every morning, good morning, everything would shift. I could be half asleep, and I'm like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Wait, go back to your time of music. What does that mean?
Well, Rachel and I have, there's certain stuff, like, so on the way to one of the mornings, Trevor wasn't there that day, but we would listen to worship music in the morning and stuff and kind of set the tone for the day. And it just uplift Rachel and I in our conversations and stuff. Where we got to see, before we were trying to be kind-hearted before we tore Trevor apart in our jokes. So, we had to take it in a step process. So we weren't as guilty.
That's right.
Poor Trev, dude.
We're here for you. We're here for you, Trevor.
They say it like they say, but yeah, they abuse. I guess that's what love is.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Trevor.
Oh,
We can't hear much of what you're saying, but that's not what love is. No.
We're hearing like every fourth word.
I did hear that. But Brandon and I would Trevor is so fun to work with, and he's such a good sport. And sometimes we'd be setting up, like, it would be, 6:30 in the morning, and we'd be setting up a close-up, and I'd be like, Brandon, why are we shooting this? And it was his close-up, and that just became kind of our joke. But of course we're shooting Trevor's close-up because everyone wants to see Trevor. It was just funny to us.
Every time it was on me, Rachel was asking, why is the camera
And then I would tell Rachel that, don't worry, we're not going to use any of it anyway. And Trevor we just have to make sure he knows or feels like he's in the movie.
But that was our banner behind the scenes that made it really fun.
Let him feel like the number one.
This is spectacular. There's some deep hitting questions in the thing in the comment section. They want to know what you're eating, Trevor.
I'm like, I must have missed that one.
I missed my lunch, so I'm eating beef jerky.
Oh yeah, classic snack.
Classic, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean eating right now? I was like, in general, that's an interesting question. Like, what with diet? I can't even see because you're so small on my little phone. I can't even see that you're eating. So that was.
Oh no, we can see he's eating. He's snacking on beef jerky. Always a classic snack. Always a classic boy snack. I'm just gonna say it. Boy snacks. It's good. Protein.
Yeah.
It is good. So are you all live tweeting tonight, Brandon?
Oh, I guess so. Now that you guys made me one and Jax did the red cup thing or whatever, so I'm doing it.
Brandon is brand new to Twitter, and if you need to follow him, you can find him at Brandon Red Cup because of his red solo cup. Because when he came on, he didn't want to do dishes, so he was using a red cup, and it was like, "Is that a solo cup?" Like a high school get together, and he just didn't want to do the dishes. But so it's perfect that he is Brandon Red Cup. And then Rachel, will you be live tweeting?
That is so funny. I didn't know why I was bringing red cups. It's for Brandon.
That's why.
I love it. It's for promotion.
So it's his Twitter handle now and everything. Brandon Red Cup.
That's so cute.
Him and Trevor were at a rental place, and they didn't want to do dishes.
That is so cute. Trevor, can you hear us still? Are you live tweeting? Trevor, I feel like his social media, I'm very impressed with all the photos that I've seen today.
I might not live tweet. I'll be on, but I don't know. I really think people should watch the movie. I don't need to be talking about it. I don't
Well,
know.
see, if they
I'm-
live tweet, then they watch it a second time. So you
I
get
see.
2 ratings in, right?
Yeah. So I live tweet and watch and rewatch all the time. It's fun. It's engaging. Come join us.
All right.
And
Brandon's gonna
makes it
tweet
interactive.
something. Yeah, it's interactive.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
might-
Let's so hashtags. What hashtags are we using? We're
So
using
Trevor's saying yes right now, just so you know.
Yeah,
I can tell
let's
by
do
his
it,
body
Trevor.
language. I will.
phone
Did
a
you hear that,
friend.
Demon fans? Trevor said yes. No.
So our hashtags are the engagement plot, right? Hashtag the engagement plot. We also have what else? What is the name of the
The price of love. Hashtag the price of love.
Hashtag the price of love. That's the reality show in the movie. Yes.
yeah.
And then we've got to do hashtag Donna fans too, right?
Yeah, Trevor's fans are getting like very organized, and so we've had some good fun meeting lots of people out of fandoms too, and so some great people. They're going to be all over Twitter tonight too. So I know the Donna fans, they're going to be out there, including our friends from the podcast and everything. So we should be able to see them on social media too. So super fun.
Well,
Yeah.
in this movie, Hannah Knight has her own knights, so you got to pay attention to that. She's got her own following that take up their arms and grassroots.
What
Come
are
up
they called?
against the. Go ahead, Hannah's Knights.
Hannah's next.
So
Okay.
we could add that in hashtag Hannah Knights. We could all become Hannah's Knights, right?
There you go.
But make sure you put the engagement plot in everything. So every tweet has the engagement plot in it. That one's got to be in every tweet. So
Did I see that it was already trending today?
it
It was already trending on Twitter today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you, everybody. By the way, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was earlier today. There's already so much traffic on Twitter that the engagement plot was trending on the entertainment tab. So that was super cool to see.
Hey,
Yes.
you want to play a really quick game before we sign off so everybody can get their.
To go watch, get their snacks, get their
Yep.
drinks and everything. Yeah, let's play a game.
Rachel will. Trevor loves games, so I think this is okay.
It's not a real game. It's just more of
Right.
a silly thing. Okay, so we're gonna do something it's called our favorite things. So you can all take turns. What is your favorite rom-com that you were not involved in? So Rachel, do you have a favorite rom-com?
Can you hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yep.
Wait, you're going in and out. Can you say the question one more time?
Sure. Name your favorite rom-com.
Oh gosh, there's so many. I love romantic comedies. I don't even know just one. I wish I had an answer to this. I feel like I should have something really brilliant. One that Trevor Donovan's in. All 5,000 of his. I'll just say that.
What's
Rachel,
one that you could watch over and over again?
What, Brandon?
Oh, you want me to pick one that I can watch over and again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking.
I would say She's Got Mail.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sleepless in Seattle. They're all winners.
Really good.
Yep.
How about you, Trevor? Favorite rom-com?
Hey, 7 Nights and H and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm for sure You've Got Mail, girl. That's for sure.
That
And I
one's
put
so
Hit
good.
Girl Friday. That's the first one that popped up in my mind. Okay, Julie, go ahead with the next one.
All right. Favorite trope that's in a rom-com. Favorite trope, if you've got one.
Favorite trope.
Trevor.
what?
What's your favorite trope?
Can someone else go first?
Am I going first then?
Sure.
Rachel, are you
Mine is
going?
hiding baby bumps.
I knew that was coming.
That's
I
a
knew
great-
that was coming.
Great trope.
Tough call, dude. Rom-com. How many times they kiss? What's the rule of thumb?
Yeah, no, right. I mean, it used to be one at the end, and then it was two, and
The
then
rules have changed. You
yeah.
know?
My grown-up Christmas list clearly blew that one right
Yeah,
out of the
that
park.
one.
So
I'll leave that rule away. Yeah. I mean, I would say I love a good enemies to lovers story. Those are always fun to
Ooh.
watch.
yeah, I like the forbidden love or love against all costs. Yeah, like where you need that big arc to overcome all the obstacles that are keeping them apart. It's
Yes, I love that too. And I think in this one, what I loved is that it was people in a professional world that were spinning things that weren't true. And you just, Brandon and Trevor and I talked about this a lot, and Brian Bird as well. Like how many times someone plants a seed that's deceptive, and how do you stay true to your heart and stay calm through the midst of that storm and really just listen to what's right. And I thought that was this like that. I do really enjoy seeing that in romantic comedies, watching people overcome that.
Yeah, you want to see that arc where they have to overcome all the odds, where the odds are against them. For lots of things holding them apart and lots of reasons. You don't want just that like for the movie. You just don't want that. Oh, everything fell into place, because that's boring, right?
Right. Well, it's the depth of characters. We try to go a little deeper, and there's some side stories we just kind of came up with on our own. You're not going to see, but they develop themselves on the screen through the acting, and you'll see that come to life for sure.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Yeah, you talked a little bit. Sorry, go ahead, Trevor.
The male, typically, that redemption. I like to see the leader fall on his face and hit rock bottom, so there's a place to come back from. You know, see that self-deprecation. I think that's what I enjoy the most about it. A character seeing their flaws, admitting their flaws, rising up from those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rock bottom, and then like you're coming up, like there's like this final like, yes, we made it, like out of that depth, out of that darkness, we found our way. And you see that a lot in historic books too, or things that have stood time. It's like that whatever's pulling them apart, but they keep pulling together. Yeah, love that rock bottom piece, Trevor. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, how about this one? What is your favorite TV show to binge, like your comfort show?
Mine is Friends. I still, to this day, it just makes me, I moved to New York when I was 17. And so there was something about that show when I first got there that, it had been on for a little bit, but it just gave me peace. Like, I'm going to make some friends here. I think that's what it is. In this city.
I have a two-parter to this.
Okay.
It would be currently modern version Yellowstone.
Okay.
But I wish The Offer was like a TV series, because The Offer on Paramount Plus about the making of The Godfather is part of. I just love watching old Hollywood and the way things were groomed, and that to me was, if that was a television series, I'd be comforting myself in that.
Okay, I have not seen that yet, but I did start Yellowstone last night.
Good, yeah. Season 5 coming soon.
Yeah.
How about you, Trevor? What's your favorite comfort show?
Sanford and Son and Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I might Schitt's Creek, because
that's funny.
It's the combination. So I work in critical care, so you need a little dark humor and really sharp and funny things, and yet it's one of the most heartwarming and uplifting shows out there. Actually, their story of family and love is always heartwarming. Anyways, it's like my safe net.
Yeah, I think Ted Lasso did that for me with that uplifting portion. I like that a lot too.
Yeah, love that. Absolutely.
My show is New Girl right now. I feel like I can always put on New Girl and it cracks me up.
Okay, do you guys
I think you and Trevor might have that in common. I think New Girl is one of his too. He just hasn't said it yet.
We're not on.
How about a favorite song associated with a rom-com?
Trevor?
Favorite song?
Say what now? What?
Favorite song associated with a rom-com?
It's a tough one.
What? I don't. Are there? I don't.
Nobody has a favorite song. How about you, Brandon? Nobody.
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Thank you. Dude, I would have to say, I'm going to be biased. I really like our song in this movie by Tasha Page Lockhart. Hold on.
shout her out.
Oh,
Beat
me
Music's important to
too.
me when we make our movie. So I don't know. I might have to say I'm biased on this one. I'm going to have to go with Tasha Page Lockhart on Hold On.
Okay, we're all
It'll
gonna
release after this premiere tonight.
we're all going to be looking for that.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm always going to say "Take My Breath Away" by Berlin from Top Gun, which is not really a rom-com.
Oh, you're cheating there. You can't go there. That's cheating.
I mean, you could also say, well, I don't think that's a rom-com.
Yeah, none of these are rom-coms.
but-
Also, let's be honest. I Will Always Love You,
can't beat
Whitney
that
Houston,
music, by the way. That's
Bodyguard,
cheating. That's
The Bodyguard.
It's
Oh,
not quite a com.
right, it's not really a
That's a great
rom-com.
one.
Okay, I cheated. Sorry. All right. Well, it's like 5:50, and we are like 10 minutes out, so we probably need to wrap this up and get to watching the show. Get ready, get our parties going. Right.
right.
Sounds good.
Well,
Brandon,
happy premiere night, everyone.
happy premiere night.
Congratulations.
Brandon, you wanna, say one more time to everybody how to watch the movie and what time.
Sure. It is in 10 minutes on Up TV, 3:38 on DirecTV. You can find it on Friendly TV app, and if you download that, you can watch it right on Up TV as well. But it airs in 10 minutes on Up TV.
So
Great.
hurry up and download Friendly.
All right.
Yeah, Friendly without the vowels. Friendly TV.
Yep.
We'll see
Very
you.
good.
Hashtag engagement plot. See you on Twitter. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See
Bye,
ya.
everyone.
Bye, Rach.
Happy
Bye,
premiere
Trev.
night. Bye, Trevor.